Good day, my name is Chris from Profit Tracker Accountants. Welcome to my channel. In this video we're going to discuss VAT registration in South Africa. I'm going to take you to the SARS Efiling system and I'm going to show you how to apply for VAT online. I'm going to show you how to calculate VAT. We're going to discuss when you should register for VAT. We're going to talk about when you have to submit VAT, pay VAT, and briefly touch on the type of documents you have to keep. And then, did you know you might be losing money by not registering for VAT, even if you don't have to? We're going to touch on that a bit later in the video as well. So let's answer the question whether you should register for VAT. If your turnover exceeds 1 million in any 12-month period, yes, you must register. You don't have a choice. Please take note, it's stated in any 12-month period. It's not a calendar year. It's not a financial year. So if you take today's date and you go back 12 months, that's the period you need to look at. If your turnover exceeds 50,000 but it's below 1 million, in any 12-month period, you have a choice whether you have to register. Sometimes it might be to your benefit to register even if you don't have to, and we will have a look at this later in the video. Then 3 quick tips when you apply for VAT registration. Number 1, make sure all tax affairs of the company is up to date. All payments are done, all returns are up to date. Number 2, make sure that the information you complete on the VAT form, that you've got proof. If you stated the turnover is 60,000, you should be able to supply SARS with documents making up that 60,000. Number 3, the person who is acting as the public officer of the company or the representative, make sure all tax affairs of that person is up to date. If it's not, chances that SARS will deny registration is good. Okay, so let me take you into the SARS e-filing system and show you how to do a VAT application online. Go to sarsefiling.co.za. Log in with your username and password. Okay, so make sure you're choosing the right company. Go to Organization at the top menu. Click on SARS Register Details. Maintain SARS Register Details. Agree. This is a RAF 01 form. Just make sure everything on here is completed. Choose your main industry code. This company is a company that I've registered. It's actually been deregistered. So there's no privacy issues. I'm just waiting on SARS to deregister it for tax as well. Okay, then you scroll down. Are your body corporate? That's normally the one that you need to tick. And then everything will be blue. It will be fine. You go to the top of the form. You say done. Then you go to My Tax Products. VAT. Add new product registration. Click on the VAT tab. VAT liability date, that's the date since when you need to register for VAT. Business activity code, just go down the drop down and choose your details. Click on the registration options. Taxable supplies exceeded 50,000 in the preceding 12 months. Click yes. Next, click on value of taxable supplies. Standard rated supplies. Make sure you've got this figure handy when you apply. So this is the figure in the previous 12 months. If it was shorter than 12 months, so let's say 4 months, it's since basically you started up to the date you apply, up to this date here. Zero rated supplies, enter the figure. That's normally mostly when you export, zero rated. Okay, then you choose your tax periods in the drop down. You're going to see monthly tax period, that's for VAT vendors with turnover more than 30 million in a 12-month period. Tax periods of 2 months, that is in all likelihood the one you're going to choose. With tax periods of 12 months, unlikely you choose that one. So tax periods of 2 months. Trading name, if there's nothing under your drop down, you can type it in. Contact details, you simply complete your email address and your telephone number, physical address the same, postal address the same. This is the bottom of the form. Just go up with the form, make sure everything is fine. Click on done. And then you click on submit. Once you submit it, you will receive a letter from SARS where they're going to state that you've been registered, or they're going to request more information and an interview. But yeah, that's the process to apply for VAT registration on SARS Efiling. Next, let me show you how to do a basic VAT calculation. Let's look at a quick example how to calculate VAT. The VAT that you charge your customers, that's called output VAT. The VAT that you pay for purchases from your suppliers, that's called input VAT. VAT and expenses, that would also be called input VAT. So if you sell something for 10,000 Rand, you need to charge 1,500 VAT. And then if you pay 6,000 Rand for those goods, you're going to pay 900 input on these goods. You deduct the input that you paid from the output. So in this transaction, you're going to owe 600 Rand to SARS. So if you want to calculate the VAT for the full month, you simply list all your sales for a month. You get your total of all your outputs. You list all your inputs, you get a total of all your input and claims. You deduct your inputs from your outputs, and then you get an amount that you owe to SARS. Let's look at the type of VAT supplies. You get your standard rated, that's 15%, that's most goods. Then you get your zero rated, it's 0% output, but you can claim 15% input. An example is exports. And then you also get your exempt supplies. You don't charge any output and you can't claim any input. An example is transport per road. Then very important, please keep the correct documents as required by SARS. SARS are very unforgiving. Your documents must meet their specific requirements. Documents should be seen as real money. If your documents doesn't meet the requirements, SARS will disallow your claim and it will add penalties. So next, when do you have to submit and pay VAT? Once registered, SARS will send you a letter. They will tell you under which category you fall, and based on your category, you have to make payment. Category A and B pays every 2 months. Category C is for vendors with turnover more than 30 million per annum. They pay monthly. Farmers pay every 6 months. Okay, then your due date is 25 days after the end of your VAT period. But if you do a credit push, you've got until the last business day of the month. A credit push means you do the payment via the SARS e-filing system, you log into your bank and you approve the payment there. Let's look where it will be to your benefit to register for VAT voluntary if you have that choice. If you are an exporter, yes, you claim the 15% input on purchases and expenses, but you charge 0% output on your sales. It's to your benefit. If your customers are VAT registered, yes, again, you claim the 15% input on purchases. That reduces your cost. Your customers claim back the VAT you charge them. It's not an expense to them. Then, if your customers are not VAT registered, no, the VAT on your markup will make it more expensive to customers. The customers cannot claim back the VAT you charge them. Then keep in mind, if you register for VAT, the benefit to register must exceed the cost of the admin work it creates. Thank you for watching. If you found any value, please keep the like and subscribe button. In future videos, we'll discuss more tax related matters as well as financial reporting. If you need any accounting, tax, financial reporting help, please click the link in the description. And you're also going to find a link to a video where I discuss what documents to keep for VAT, because that's one area over the years that I've seen people get it wrong a lot.